Welcome to P&H Motorcycles here in Crawley, and we are so excited today because we welcome in the brand new 2011 Shark helmet range to this shop. What we're going to do in this video is run through some of the brand new features and some of the new models of Shark helmets and some of their prices, and just give you a bit more information on them. So let's take a look at these new models in the Shark 2011 range. First up, the entry-level helmet. This is the S500. You're looking at paying about $109.99 for this, which means it's a really affordable way to get some decent protection on your noggin before you head out on the roads. Obviously, this is not aimed at someone who's going to go out and race. It's more aimed at someone who's probably got a scooter or maybe an entry-level bike. They've just passed their test. As I say, you want to get on the road, you can't afford a 500 quid lid. This will do the business for you. Now, it comes with a Shark 4 out of 5 star test crash rating, and it's aimed at giving people an affordable way to get into biking and get your noggin protected well without having to break the bank. Now, the key thing about the S500 Air is while it may be their entry level and cheapest helmet, it actually comes full, chock full even, of the bespoke technology that you'll find in a lot of their more expensive models. We'll be going for a rundown of exactly what this technology is with our expert Mitch here at P&H Motorcycles in just a second. And it also comes in a complete range of base colours with loads of graphic options too. The next helmet in the range is the S600. There's not a huge difference between this and the S500 except for the fact that you've got a completely removable inner lining. So you can take it out, wash it and keep it fresh. Plus, as you can tell by the lovely pink decal and graphics on this, comes in a range of different styles. And the pricing wise, well, it's $139.99, so just £30 extra from the S500 Air. Moving on to the S900. Now, this helmet is for a little bit more of your serious rider. Somebody who's probably out there riding a big sports bike and wants to look the bee's knees. You've got lots of different options on these. First up, they both come with removable linings, as I mentioned. As you can see, there's increased airflow around the helmet compared to the 5 and 600s. And on the back, you're getting that little spoiler, which makes all the difference at really high speeds. One of the key features of the S900 is this very easily accessible sun visor, which you can flip down and up again simply at the touch of a finger. Now, the key thing with this is it comes in 3 different styles. You can have your base colours, which is $169.99, so just your ordinary reds, blacks, yellows, that kind of thing. If you'd like to move up a notch, so graphics like you can see on this beautiful model, you're looking at $189.99. And then for the top of the range S900, you can have a luminescent paint job like this, which means it will glow in the dark, for $199.99, and that's pretty damn funky. Next up in the range is a Vision R, and it's called that for a very good reason, which I'll touch on in just a second. But one really cool feature of this is a brand new neoprene whisper strip here, which will hug your neck and make sure no wind or rain will get in under the helmet when you're going along on the motorway in horrible weather. It's also designed more for the tourer rider. It's got different air intakes, not such a pronounced spoiler on the back. But the big thing, as you can see on this, is the increased vision. Now, they've made a bigger aperture in the helmet itself, and it's increased your riding visual capacity by 125% vertically and 110% horizontally, which in other words means you can see more of the road. Now, also on the Vision R, you do get the easily accessible sun visor I mentioned earlier. Now, for all this extra vision, your pricing comes in at $229.99 for the base colours. If you want one like this with a bit of a paint job, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it if you're stylish. $279.99. Now on to the model that's got a lot of people excited. This is the Evoline, and there's a very good reason for their excitement, because it is the first helmet to be fully crash rated and tested as both a full face helmet and as an open face helmet. So the Evoline still retains though some of the key features we touched on the previous model helmets, including the neoprene whisper strip here, which is to keep your neck warm through any adverse weather conditions. The easily accessible sun visor, which is located in a slightly different place on the top here, but just as easy to use. Price wise, for the base colour model, you're looking at $299.99, and it's only an extra tenner if you fancy a bit of the glow in the dark action. So really, this is offering you the best of both worlds. Legally, you can ride it as a full face helmet, say when you're out touring, the weather's not great, or you just maybe wanting to do a bit more higher speeds, but then as soon as you fancy a bit of wind in your face, bosh, you open it up and it is an open face helmet. So we've had a look at some of the key new 2011 models. Let's get a little bit more information on the technical gubbins that goes on inside the helmets. And as you can tell from the fact that I use the word gubbins, is that even a real word? I'm not an expert on these matters. Luckily, I can enlist the help of someone that is. This is Mitch from P&H Motorcycles, the man who's in charge of the Shark helmets. How are you, fella? You all right?
Cool, thanks. How are you?
Really well, buddy. Now listen, you've brought along a nice little cutaway helmet here as well to show and help highlight the features we're going to talk about. Let's kick off with the Shark fin technology. What in the world is that all about?
Okay, basically in the EPS liner you've got these cutaway grooves which basically work like impact zones on a car and slowly absorb the impact when you do take an impact from a crash, to stop as much energy being transferred to
that contact point. So in other words, if you have a contact point that it hits, it dissipates the energy throughout the whole of the helmet and throughout the whole of the contact area in your head, therefore lessening the impact.
Absolutely.
I actually almost sounded like I knew what I talked about then, but I'm really not that scientific. Okay, so that's cool. What else have we got on this?
You've got this thinner shell here, which is not used in all manufacturers. However, Shark use it as it does transfer the energy around the helmet and not to one impact point. Therefore, once again, transferring the energy
away from that impact point. So in other words, stopping you from taking a direct impact blow in one single spot by using the thinner shell. It transfers it around. They've also got multi-density. I know on the S500, 600, 900 it's plastic, isn't it? These ones it's different type of fibres, it's carbon. And what else?
Aramid.
That's the one, yeah. So with that, again, it means that it's not all one thickness around the shell, is it? You have some areas that's slightly stronger because obviously at the front structurally, the bottom here, because you've got the aperture, it's not going to be as strong, so it has more thickness of plastic there than say for instance at the back. And one final thing to touch on, I mentioned this earlier, this luminescent paint job, it isn't just a fad or a trick, it really is glow in the dark paint for your helmet, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not only a really cool safety feature, but yeah, it'd be really cool to freak people out at events such as Halloween. Now, which models is that available on?
That's available on the S900, the RSI, the Vision R and the Evoline.
Wicked. Well, Mitch, thanks for your brilliant technical advice, sir. You've educated a man like me, which admittedly doesn't take much. So that wraps up our preview of the Shark motorcycle helmet range for 2011, on sale here right now at P&H Motorcycles in Crawley. If you'd like more information, sizes, model range, etc., just head to the website www.phmotorcycles.co.uk, or even better, why not pop in store and chat to one of their team of experts like Mitch. And for all you racers out there, don't forget, the Racer R Pro comes out at the end of March.